I'm wearing my Grimsby kit today because I find it brings a lot of luck, as today we jump into season number 3 of the Paris FC career mode, but you know what big thing is about to be said. So if you haven't seen the last episode or the ones before, don't watch this one just yet, because we are in Ligue 1. We are in the top division in France, and today we've got to get all the signings and pre-season out of the way to prepare to hopefully have a season to remember. As yes guys, welcome back to the Paris FC career mode season number 3, episode number 1, as we have our pre-season tournament right there. We have Schalke, Antwerp and Ultrat. Straight into that, straight up naming them as today as well. We've got to try and make some signings. We're going to look around the office this time. I forgot to do that the last season start up, as we will get everything out of the way, see our budget, see the players we've got from loan who have sold and left off of off of their contract expiry, which you guys probably should know by now, but we'll get started right here, and we'll get started with the objective. So youth development, we have a short-term one, which we actually completed at the end of last season off screen, because we signed a couple of youth players to a goalkeeper, defending and midfield position, I think, because we had all forwards in cams, as we've got within 2 seasons, sign 1 youth player and play them in 10 matches. I think that might be Jung this season, if he gets the chance, you never know. As well as to get 7 clean sheets in home matches. It's a bit optimistic for our first season back up, but I think we are capable, as we've got no continental success. And then short term, they want us to avoid relegation. Okay, we will try and do that. With a round of 32 reached, I think we go into that if we win the first round anyway, so that should not be far, as within 2 seasons, finish mid-table. That's not bad, and make 13.5 million profit within 2 seasons, the same thing as last time. So hopefully we should be doing that as our budget. 22 million, and that ain't that much, you know, because we have got to upgrade the wage budget a little bit right now, because of course we've gone into the division above. So I'd say we've got around about 20 million, and we have got to get a lot of players in. A lot of players, as I'll show you who's here and not, as the majority of the first team, of course, is here from last season. We've got the likes of our best players, Colleen, he's not gone anywhere on a free. We've got Name, Masengo, Said Arab, the 2 strikers, but we have lost our keeper, Carlier. If no keeper is signed today, will be our keeper going into the first game, which I don't mind really. He is a youth player, but I do think there's better ones out there. As for the bench, we have Saliba still there. I think I do want another backup striker, maybe another 75 rated who can push for the first team more than Saliba. We've got Milloy who's gone up. We've got Gurner who we signed on a loan to buy thing, didn't we? As we've got Chioffi as well making his loan appearance. But well, he's been out on loan twice and he's making his first appearance back in the team for good. I do not intend on selling or loaning him again. I want to use Chioffi. He is 20-year-old. He could grow himself. We've got Hadjam right there, who can just be very versatile this season, have a season to remember. We've got Kamara, moved to central midfield. Wish I would have done centre-back now, which I'm going to train instead with Nia Cambadio as his backup keeper. We've got Gilavogi, who's returned from loan. Jung, like I said, the striker, 18-year-old. Chigui, Vargas, and Fuchsia. We can get some more youth players onto this onto these reserves, should I say, I think, and definitely get some more signings in, as I am going to try and sign immediately as well. But first of all, we've got to simulate a day. We've got to get to this Saturday to see all the messages that come up. Of course, we can still get bids in for the players currently in the team, so no one is safe. As come on, just stop this simulation and give us about 900 messages, as we receive 3 and actually simulated 2 games up to the Antwerp, as Chigui goes out on loan and Fuchsia, so that's our reserves down a little bit more as well, as the transfer budget is increased. Of course, it should have been 13 million, but we kept that money from last year, so I'm very, very glad we kept it. We are not a rich club. I think we have more money at Grimsby coming into the Premier League than we do at Paris, who I think have got like state-of-the-art like facilities and all that. I think they're not that bad of a club, so I'm going to start off with promoting a couple of youth players, hopefully. Well, I can only promote 1, but it's a good start, isn't it? So Simon Leonard is actually better than Jung. A year younger and 1 rating below. I think he's actually got potential as Simon Leonard, if I can say that right. So I'm going to promote him to the senior team and get him on the reserves. So we might as well go into this first game against Antwerp as well, because nothing's going to happen before then. Hopefully get a signing maybe afterwards. So quick sim it like we do all our pre-season, if you did not know already. and see what the outcome is going to be as we lose 3-1, and that ain't the best of games. I thought we were capable of beating these. Gherkins and Mbakane, he was a legend at Hull, and Antiste getting our goal as Gherkins gets his brace to sinkers. As I'm going to show you right here as well, the transfer hub. I think it's time after that game because it proves that we need to sign players, as I've got quite a few on this list as well. Starting off with Stefan Bajic, and this is where I'm confused straight away. The striking options, we've got Bajic and we've got Hugo Lloris, who is a free agent, but 35-year-old, he's only going to go down in ratings, and plus he's not willing to relocate to a league that isn't competitive enough. So I think that solved this problem. We've got another free agent though in Berta Herrero, so I'm going to see where my money takes me, see if we can get Bajic or maybe just sell for Herrero, to be fair, because Callier does look like he's coming through a little bit, as we've got Jan Valery, who might be a bit too expensive for a right wing back, as Campanini's done okay, but he's an option right there. We've got Lamarchand from Fulham, who's aging but could come onto that bench very, very cheap. We've got Amian, who's pretty decent as well, from Dijon, but he's too important for the club. They're a league below us though, so maybe we can convince him. We've got Diallo, 23-year-old, maybe a bit too more expensive as well. Premier League players are very, 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 very expensive. As we've got Evan Gesand. He's okay, but I think there's better options. But then there's Frederick Garotti, who I think is one of those better options. And we got Girion Kie, who's been on that list for about 5 million years, honestly. But I think the first one I'm going to go for is the squad depth, because that is what's going to be our standout thing this season. Our defence, our attack is okay. All our attackers stayed at the club, but our defenders, well, they didn't leave, but the bench ones are all gone, so we need some ones to jump on the bench. And Lamarchand, hopefully we can get for cheap. And I don't know if these got relegated or not, Fulham. I honestly don't know which division they're in over in England. So I think they'll be in the second if he's this cheap, but maybe he's just this cheap for some reason. We've got to be really savvy with his money as well. Not that much for a first season back in League 1, or the first season ever in League 1. So we're going to spend 1.25 million on him and hopefully get a decent wage. As what role does he want? And he wants an important squad role. That's going to be a bit hard to give him, because I really don't want to give him that. But he's not going to really budge on it, so I'll accept it for now. Maybe I have to get rid of my philosophy of course, signing players that aren't going to just settle for their roles. And I'm looking at his wage as well, 42 grand. If he thinks he's getting over 10 grand, he's mistaken. I'm going to offer 9, and if he walks away, he definitely walks away. I think he's definitely going to. Yeah. The Marchand, you old man, I thought you would have a bit of common sense to come for a wage cut. First one falling straight flat on its face, but still, we move on, as I think it's got to be keeper, hasn't it, right? Before he gets snapped up by anyone else. He isn't their first choice for St. Etienne, I don't think, as it's Stefan Bajic, 20-year-old, 70 rated, loads of potential to grow. So I'm going to attempt to dive straight in for him, and as I'm going to offer just what his evaluation is. Hopefully they don't want any more. Please don't want any more. They want, just a little bit, but 17% release clause is huge for them. We will get hardly anything, but still, it's only 2 million that we've bought him for, and we should make more than 2 million if we sell him. And Stefan Bajic, hopefully, will join Paris FC to be our goalkeeper this season. Still, not even as high rated as, of course, Adrian was, but we've got to be savvy with his money. We've got to get some rotational players in, and we've got to get a first choice. So, important squad role, that's just what we want. Hopefully he takes a little wage as well, as I'll give him 4 years. That should be fine, yes, in between 5 and 3, because keepers more than likely don't turn out as good as outfield players. They can have shockers, real big shockers. He wants 8k. Will be one of the highest paid players, but I don't care, as he will join as our first choice keeper in League 1. At least we've sorted that problem out, so now it's just quality players, I think. We've got loads of decent ones, but quality over well, no, we've got to measure both out. We've got to get quantity in for these reserves, but I do want to get some quality. Another striker on the bench, another centre back, and maybe a right wing back. I do trust Campanini though. Maybe a right wing back or even left wing back for Hanno. I definitely can't be going out and getting a midfielder, because that is our strongest position, unless it's through the youth academy, which all the youth academy players are midfielders. I don't need one. As Manduki offer Crystal Palace 3 million. It's a decent one for the old man, but does he want to relocate when we've got promoted? I'd say no. Need him at the back, as Ultrat are the next team up. I'm not going to rotate because I do want the win. We've got an actual decent keeper, or should be decent, in goal. So let's see how this turns out, shall we? Please do not flop in this one, as it's a 2-0 win. And it's Mandzukic, who just got rejected for a transfer, who scores the first goal, with Gustafsson missing a penalty and Antiste wrapping it up. And straight after that, we've got Jung, who wants a loan, or doesn't want a loan, but we've got someone who does want a loan for him in straight away. And it is, who is that? It's Rizespor. And I might just try and delegate this for a short term, because of course I do not see him playing regularly, so I do want to get him out, but not all the way out, because his reserves are bad. We have made only one of 2 signings all window. Look at that. Wagner has made a move, or Wagner, and Badjic, but that is it, as we play Schalke, who were managed by Wagner not long ago, but I think Schalke fans won't want me speaking about that one, as what can we do right here? Big transfers going through. Morata to City. Do we rotate? I think we do, just to give our bench players a bit of fitness, of course, as we'll stick these who are unhappy in, which are quite a lot of them. I don't know why they all are. So Masengo, you can come out. Hadjam can go in. I'm not going to play Jung, though, because he's going to, of course, play next season. And we'll get Leonard just on the bench right there. So don't really need to show you the team. It's only pre-season. It's rotated. Maybe that loses a bit of money, which we could do with, but still, I don't really care. I'd rather get this over and done with than focus on signing. So quick simulate it. They've got a decent defence as well. They've got a decent team as Schalke. It's a 1-1 draw with our rotated team, and that's quite good. We've got Mandzukic scoring again. The centre-back is on flames, with Rahman getting theirs. Doing absolute bits, as that is us, unfortunately, though, out of the pre-season tournament. As hey-ho, we can just focus on money, as Hadjam's got injured as well. Oh dear. I think it was 11 days, it said on that front page. There's 19 million. When does the season start this year, and who do we have? We have a gap, finally, thank you. As then we have Lens, I think that's pronounced, Strasbourg, Laurent, and Stade Brest. I think that's pronounced. That is not at all a bad start to the season. That is particularly a difficult one, though, because we've got to try and win a couple of those games, because they are quite easy, because then the run's got to get harder at one point. However, Montpellier, then the Paris Derby, that's very good, and Nimes, Bordeaux, Nantes, and then it gets harder. Marseille, Etienne, Nice, Stade de Reims again, Lyon, Lille, Stade Rennais. That's going to be hard. And I've been out scouting around all the clubs, as straight after that last game we have a accepted shot. Oh, it's a 1 year, damn it, they've negotiated it, but we'll let Jung go out for a year. I guess teams really can't have players for 6 months. That's a bit of a bad one, so we'll let him go out. But we do desperately need some squad players in. I'm just sad that I've actually sold them all at the moment, as let's just keep simulating on. We've got loads of players being scouted, so we are not wasting time right here. We're waiting for them to come in, as Jung's loan's been rejected anyway. That's great. As Atletico Bilbao signed Wesley, and I've just added a couple more players to my transfer list. I mean, are they the best? I don't know, but I'm struggling to find some, so of course the window will still be open for when you guys comment some suggestions, if you would feel free to do so. As now we've got Iago Chachiria Sarr, who is a 19-year-old centre-back from Brazil, 64 rated. Could be our first Brazilian here at Paris FC. And the backup centre-back we're looking for. So I am going to go ahead and try and sign him. As what role would he want? Would he take a prospect? Would he take a prospect? He wants sporadic. Okay. At least it's not rotational, so that is fine by me. Should take his place in the reserves and keep it, as we're a 2-year contract as well. We will try and get, but no, he wants a 5-year. He wants safety, which I guess I can accept. As what wage would it take? Would it take 4K? I mean, it is cheaper than, well, he's not on anything at the moment. That's the recommended wage. So he wants to sign in on bonus as well, and I will accept that, as we've signed Sarr, the centre-back. I wish it was the other one, though, the German Tar, but got to get that out of his head. As we've got to look for some more players right here. I've added a couple more onto the list, like Michi Batshuayi, who's just moved to Nottingham Forest, but they're in the Championship. I don't get why he wants to stay. We've got City, who could be a good bench player, but then again, for that price, I don't think he's really worth it. His potential is gone. As Besser is another one, but he's on absolute monumental wages, or was at his last club. So Jan Valler is the one I'm looking at now, but still got scout reports to come. As we're going to keep on simming along right here as well, until we get them scout reports back, and there is a lot of them. As Argentina have won the FIFA World Cup. Congratulations to Lionel Messi, getting his second now massive trophy, of course, after the Copa America this year. As we've got 8 messages here, beautiful messages. As I think there is some players I like the look of in this one, so we'll go to, not the office, but the transfers. go over to the transfer hub and have a look, as I added 2 players to it. We've got Pontus Jansson, who's very, very cheap, 74 rated, 31, but still very, very, very cheap, from Brentford, who got relegated, I think. And we've got this guy, Stipe Parika, 73 rated, so should accept a rotational role, but 6'4". Is this the tall striker I was thinking about? Only one way to find out, and that's pulling the trigger and trying to sign him, as he's on a massive wage, though. He's on a huge wage, and the wages are what are getting us, as he wants an important role as well. No, you can have it, but you're not getting it, if you know what I mean, as we'll offer him a 1-year contract. He's 27. Oh, he's only 27, actually. I thought it was older than that. So we'll accept that as well. Could even increase in his rating. Deny the release clause and wage, please. Please just accept your wage cut. 10k, you can be the highest paid player right here, as we'll offer you a 90k signing on bonus. It isn't much, as he's going to walk away. Like, I give up. I can't sign players. They want too much, as that is rejected. But Pontus Jansson, he's on 30k a week. He's not going to sign, is it? I'm struggling to get players with the really low wage budget that we have. As how much does he take? Fedro Griotti, he only takes a little bit, but still, he's only going to be a bench player. Don't want to pay that massive release clause. Jan Valery, 34 grand. Diallo, 34. I mean, you can see the clear distinction between League players and, of course, Premier League players, as he's only on 5k. And I really want to sign Amian, but I can't because he's too important to Dijon. Absolute rubbish. Can we sign this guy, though? Larucci. I'm going to try and approach to buy. I am not paying that release clause, though, for him, as it's just another defender, isn't it? 66 rated, not too cracking. Has potential in him, but definitely not too cracking. Actually, he's 21 year old. I am only offering 2 million, and if they don't accept that, I am out of here, Jurgen. Oh, they do accept it. That's okay, I guess, as what squad role he wants. He's only getting rotation. If he wants any more, he's gone. If he wants any more, he's gone. Rotation, right, there we go. 5-year contract, that is brilliant. This is just another kind of reserve player, but I think he's going to be near the first team as probably a possible centre-back, because he wants 9k a week. That's one of his highest paid players. Please just take that. Minus 2k as please take that. No, he wants just the signing on bonus now. I am not willing to move on that. You need to take a wage decrease. You can't be the highest paid player and not be a crucial. You just can't. End negotiations. You can't be the highest paid player and not play. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid trying to sign a player on here. If you guys have got any suggestions of hopefully cheap waged players to try and sign in, please let me know, because I'm struggling to get them. As yes, our highest paid player at the moment right now is Stefan Bajic on 8k a week, and we are in League 1, so I do not want to be increasing these all the time. We've got to try and get players in below the 10k wage if we can, but then I know I'll have to take the step out and plunge at someone else at one point, but I want to gradually build up. I don't want to just throw myself in the deep end. So we have managed to sign 2 players at that, but there's another one right in here as well. He's a free agent. He looks incredible, but the only problem is he's a cam. It's Rafik Guaitain, who wants 18k a week. No, thank you, mate. So I will actually pass on him, I think, in the end, as we're still waiting on a couple more scouts as well. But after that, after this next scouts come in, I don't know if I've got any more that I can possibly think of. So then it's down to you guys. And oh, at least one thing's come positive of this video. We've got the graphics on. That's very good. As yes, we still are in 14th. We're going to survive. We're going to survive. We're above the rivals as well. Hey. I don't think for long. Might sound a bit underconfident, but that is probably because I am going into this season. But we've got 2 players right here. He wants a massive wage. I'm going to pass on him to start off with. Oh, and he wants a massive wage. But I'm going to approach the sign. Ludovic Reis, 22-year-old, 74 rated, a Barcelona prospect. Had him on Football Manager for a very, very long time when I played that day in, day out, as he wants a crucial role. So goodbye, Ludovic. I'm not even going to start with that one. He is definitely gone. So we'll go to Victor, or Vakun Isofbay. I thought his first name was Victor. And we'll try and get him on a rotational. I think the wages have got to go up, though. I think there's no avoiding it. I really don't. Maybe we've got to just increase the wages of the current players as well to try and hopefully impress them as well. But that's going to take a huge dent to our transfer budget. But I will try and get it done, as this guy wants 22.5k. 22.5. That is just ridiculous. We'll offer 10.5. Hopefully he takes that, but if he doesn't, he walks away. There he goes. He goes away. Goodbye. 71 rated on 22.5. that is too much. That's just breaking the bank. So what I am going to do, just to try and make me feel a bit better, is upgrade all the players in the squad so their morales don't go down, but they do get higher wage, and hopefully that works out in our favour. Actually no, I'll do that off screen. I will do that off screen, and of course I will see if players do fluctuate in their prices, because of course some may not accept a new contract, some may, as that's what I'm going to leave it at. Hopefully see the scout report. Let's have a look at the transfers, and because I'm upgrading everyone's wages as it is, I'm going to ignore the wage gap for a bit, just try and get it out of my head. That's my OCD talking a little bit, as let's try and get in another player, shall we? I really want Amian, but he's the one we definitely can't go in for, so we do need another centre back. Lemarchand, how much did we offer his wage before? He wanted a really high one, didn't he? Jan Valery. He is that right wing back. I'm going to go for him. Campanini to the bench and Jan Valery into the team. So we'll offer 8 million. Try and get him cheap to start off with. As Hassan Hutel wants 9.4. That's just not happening, is it? We'll offer what his evaluation is, because we need to be good with money. And the only reason I'm going to splash out the cash on this guy is because he is a team player we really need. Our right back spot or right wing back spot is our weakest at the moment, as he settles for his evaluation. As it's just down to the squad role now, as he wants a crucial. I'll accept that. Hopefully Campanini's contract doesn't want a crucial role, as we'll accept a 5-year contract as well. Keep this guy at the club. He's going to be one of our best players on rating at least, as we'll accept no release clause. He wants 26k a week. I mean, I am going to step them up, so I'll offer him 20 and that signing on bonus and appearance. That is a lot for a right back, as it's not even accepted. That is terrible stuff. Just accept it, mate. We are not the best club in France at the moment. We have just got promoted. 22k, 26. No, I know he's taking a wage cut. I admire it, but we can't be paying you that. So 24, please just accept that as 26. Fine. I'm going to have to give players in the team a big contract boost right now, but we'll just leave that be. As yes, I'm dreading it right now. Our wages or our budget is going to plummet down, but I can't see our players' morales going down. I cannot just settle with that. Maybe it costs all 10 million, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's at the expense of Colleen. You never know, because he's on a huge wage, not wage, but he's got a huge evaluation, and his wage demands are going to be a lot going up, but nothing we can do about it. As thank you guys for watching episode 1, only the 3 signings, of course. Get your signings suggested down below, as this has been it for this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, if you do not want to miss an episode in the future, as by the start of this it looks like we could be in for a bumpy season, but hopefully I'm wrong. Take care, in a bit, nervy feelings, and peace.